To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hey guys, it's Tim, and welcome to episode 136 of the Dreaming of Disney podcast, and I'm with my beautiful wife, Audreyann.
Did you forget my name?
No, just dramatic pause.
Oh, dramatic effect. Hello.
We are fresh off the heels of a Disney trip. Mm-hmm. Fun fact, we were supposed to do this trip right after our last trip, which was 2 weeks ago. We were supposed to do this back to back.
Yeah.
But I was working in LA the week of our anniversary.
Oh, yes. You got home Friday night. We left Saturday morning.
Yeah. So I drove down Wednesday afternoon, worked, drove back Friday evening. We woke up, drove back down Saturday, drove back Sunday, and then we're going to go the next weekend with the kids. And then we were like, no.
Nah. Well, there were two things. One, we couldn't get a reservation.
That too.
And we were going to keep trying, but then we were like, yeah, we don't, because we're about four hours north of LA, and didn't want to do that. So then when you got reservations for this weekend, we didn't even realize until after that we were like, that's Memorial Day.
Memorial Day weekend.
Do we really want to do that? But it was the only time we could go. So, and it was a surprise to the kids. So we were like, okay, we mainly wanted to do the Bluey show. And then our boys wanted to see all of the new Star Wars stuff. So the old Star Wars characters and Galaxy's Edge, the Mandalorian overlay for
Smugglers Run.
There you go. There was something else, right?
The music.
Oh, yeah. The music in the land.
And the fireworks.
Yeah, which that isn't new.
No, it's not new. We missed one new Star Wars thing. They have a projection show that's before and after the fireworks.
What time?
8:45, which is at the same time as Paint the Night.
Okay, and we watched Paint the Night.
And then 10:15 afterwards.
Oh.
And it's called Skywalker or Memories of a Saga.
Memories of a Skywalker?
Something about it's about the Skywalker legacy. It's supposed to be like a retelling.
Gina says that's not new. Rise of Skywalker?
It is not new.
Oh, we just haven't watched it.
But they have a new Mandalorian Grogu version that just premiered on Friday, Friday, the 22nd. Okay. And so I forgot about that. And that would have been cool to see. But all the kids were done after the fireworks.
Well, and also after we'll get to it, but we had something. Okay, so let's just start. So one thing that I just want to say, because I appreciated it, was we decided to leave, instead of leaving early Saturday morning, which is what we used to do. We would leave super early and, go into the park, maybe take like a break, especially if we were staying within walking distance, on property or not, just within walking distance. But since our kids have gotten older and they don't nap, that doesn't really work because they are just too stinking tired, and everyone, they don't necessarily sleep in the car because they're excited, and then they hit a wall pretty early. So we decided to leave Friday later.
Yeah.
Because you had something at work, so you couldn't leave earlier. So, and we're not big like night owls. So like, I don't love traveling late at night. It makes me nervous, but it wasn't that late. But we left on Friday at like 5:30. Friday of Memorial Day. We did not hit any traffic.
We had a little bit, but for
like a couple of minutes, like
if we didn't stop, if we didn't stop for a bathroom and food, we got food before we left.
I wanted a Frosty. We stopped for dessert.
That's right.
I needed my ice
We
cream.
stopped a couple of times for bathroom breaks.
Once.
Twice.
Oh. Our daughter?
It adds up.
Okay.
It adds up.
Side of the road.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen that episode of Bluey where Bandit's like, I don't want to stop because I don't want to get behind what's them called?
The gray nomads.
Gray nomads.
Yes.
Because then it's going to throw off your whole schedule. We would have gotten there in under 4 hours.
Yeah. Like when we left, the map said like 3 hours and 50 minutes. We were like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no way. Because normally
Friday,
it takes us
Memorial
4.5 to 5 hours. Sometimes 5.5.
Sometimes 6.
Sometimes 6 if the traffic is bad enough. But yeah, we had to use the bathroom and I wanted
hankering for a Frosty.
I wanted a Frosty. How many miles? How many miles is
It's
it?
about 250 miles.
Let's see.
Give or take. A little less, a
how
little
much?
more, somewhere around there. Someone's going to try to figure out where we are. But
About 240-ish. Right now it would take us under 4 hours too.
Yeah. So we left Friday evening instead of our usual where we would wake up like at 3 a.m. and leave Saturday morning.
But anyways, it was just nice because there was no traffic. Anyways, so we decided, well, one, we weren't going to stay on property because it was a quick trip. After our trip in February, we were like, we're not taking the youngest two back ever again.
How quick?
Not at least not
failed.
for a year. They need to get out of this entitled bratty phase that they're in. But then the Bluey show and the Star Wars stuff, and we caved. Okay, but we were like, okay, but it's going to be a quick trip. We're not going to do like those are our goals, and the Bluey show and the Star Wars stuff. Anything on top of that is just a bonus. We're not going to spend the money to stay on property. We don't get early entry, and we're a big family, and the kids are bigger now, so. Like even our youngest, we had like a little toddler size bed air mattress. She's getting too big for that. So we're like, okay, we don't want to pay for 2 rooms. So let's look around for places with like some kind of family suite. So this hotel called the Viv, it's not too far, but you can't walk really comfortably.
You can, but it's a pretty far walk.
It's a pretty far walk.
Yeah.
And not like super conveniently located either. But then it was just like a 5-minute drive to the Toy Story parking lot to where you go through security at the parking lot, get on a shuttle, drop you right off at the gate. So we were like, okay, that's fine. And they have rooms with bunk beds, so that sleep 6. So we were like, okay, we'll do that. The kids will love that. Everyone has a place to sleep. Looks good.
But it wasn't.
And I didn't know if just because, when you go somewhere, I don't know, I do this, that like when you get somewhere at night, sometimes it's just like, ugh, but then like in the daylight, you're like, oh, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But like when you get somewhere at night that's like new, because this is in an area where we usually don't go. Like even when we stay at a good neighbor hotel, we stay in this certain proximity, and this was out of that.
Yeah. Outside the bubble.
It is.
It's outside.
And people say there's no bubble in Anaheim. I think there is.
There totally is.
Yes, if you stay on property, you are more in that bubble. It is easier to be in that bubble. If you stay at a good neighbor hotel within walking distance, it's like your bubble adjacent. You quickly get in the bubble, in my opinion. This was so out of it.
Yeah, it was.
And I felt like I was thinking this, and it was funny because when we pulled in, I was like, why do I feel like I'm in Vegas? No offense to anyone who loves it. We are not fans of Vegas. To each his own. I'm not a fan. And I was like, why does this feel like Vegas? And then like we get in, and the hotel was not. Yes.
It's
right along the
it's
5.
right along.
Yeah, you can see it. Like it says the Viv.
It has the rooftop bar. It has some restaurants that's like. Apparently they're good, and like the rooftop bar, you can have a good view of the fireworks and everything.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, you totally would. But there was There were no other families. It was like a bunch of people just going to the restaurant or to the bar. It wasn't the normal Disney family vibe that you get. And I didn't like it. I was like, oh my gosh, like I do not feel.
Yeah, because we got there Friday night and I did like the mobile check-in. So like they give you the key on your phone so you can go straight through to your room. And so, but I realized if you want to get in and out of the parking lot, you need the physical key or they're going to charge you each time. So I went down to the lobby to get the key and I'm coming back up and I get in the elevator and it's full of 20 somethings. Like they were just at the pool and the stuff that they were talking about and that they're going to go get drinks. I'm like, this is not the Disney crowd that I'm used to. It was just like off.
Yeah.
It was like they go to this hotel not to go to Disneyland.
Yeah. They're there for
their other, even though I'm not sure what else there is.
What do you do? What do you do in Anaheim, Gina?
What else is there to do in Anaheim besides Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm?
Yeah, it didn't feel. And then just having to get in your car and drive to the parking lot, it just takes you out of,
either
an Angels
game or nothing.
So I mean it was nice as far as fitting everybody, but I believe there's some hotels within walking distance that have similar. So, youths. So I wouldn't want to stay there again.
No. And it just the vibe and the decor wasn't Disney friendly.
Yeah. Like if we were just stopping along to stay there for something else, I don't know.
I've been to Vegas quite a few times for work and just like those hotels have a certain, I keep saying the same word, vibe to it. Like the decor and the color schemes and like everything. And this had a very similar vibe to that. Even smelled similar to it. Like the scent that Vegas casinos use to mask the cigarette smoke. That's what it smelled like to me.
Ugh.
So I was just getting flashbacks to working in Vegas, and I was like, no.
Sorry, I'm making my other account a moderator real quick.
Okay. I mean, the hotel was nice. It was clean. The rooms were spacious.
We should check this out. Amy says that Hampton Inn also has family suites.
Okay.
We should check that out next time.
And I mean, 2 queen beds, 2 single bunk beds. I mean, we had enough room for everybody.
And that was really nice.
So that was nice. Yeah, but just staying outside the bubble, like double outside the bubble.
Yeah, just
and yeah, you have to drive we drove to the Toy Story parking lot.
You said that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You just said parking lot.
No, I did say Toy Story. You go back and check. I said Toy Story.
Okay. All right.
I said it.
And the shuttles and all that. It was just.
Yeah. I don't mean the shuttle is fine because that felt like almost like Disney World. You know, you're just getting on the bus. But then having to get in the car just really breaks up the magic, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hampton Inn had 1 king bed, bunk beds, and a sofa bed.
Oh, nice.
Yes, check the tape.
But anyways,
Carly.
so
anyway, so I mean,
check that one off our list. Not going back.
We're not going back. Like again, it wasn't anything horrible with the hotel itself. Just for a Disney trip, it's not our preference. Anyways, let's get into the Disney, shall we? We didn't rope drop.
No, we didn't. We tried to.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I guess so.
We were like, okay, we're not really going to rope drop, but we're still going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't like stressing out, like, come on, let's get in there. It was busy. It was
a weird busy though.
It was a weird busy. Because it wasn't like there was, well, certain places, when you walk through Adventureland, that's always when you can tell, because it's just like a sea of people and it's hard to get through.
I would say
also,
it was Disneyland wasn't as busy as California Adventure. DCA was weirdly busy.
It was weird.
Like Guardians, Racers, Incredicoaster, all over an hour, both days, all day.
And here's what happened both days. So the first day we were in Disneyland, big rides all broke down. The same.
No,
it wasn't a grad night.
It was not a grad night. No after parties or anything. It was just a Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
But it was different. Like the crowd dynamics was weird because when we first got there, Disneyland, we got there before 8.
No, I don't think so. It was already open.
Okay, maybe it was a little. It was like 8. A little after 8. And it was dead. I mean, there wasn't that many people there, but by the time I want to say by 10 o'clock, it was like super busy.
Well, and here's what I was saying, and then I got distracted. But both days, there was a period of time where almost every big ride was down at the same time. So Big Thunder, Space Mountain, Tiana's even, Rise, and Indiana Jones was going in and out like always, but they were all down. Mickey and Minnie's, they were all down at the same time. So that was driving up wait times. Like Dumbo was like an hour, which for Disneyland is, busy. I'm on the bus, you could see. What time is that? 7:59, and we were on the bus.
Yeah.
So that was just driving up wait times. And so it just made it kind of hard. There was a lot of periods of time where we were just kind of sitting and like, okay, let's just, we're waiting for our next lightning lane because we did get lightning lane, or, for a while you guys waited for Rise to open up. But here was the thing. Well, first we got, you guys did the rockets. Mm-hmm. You took the kids on the rockets while I ate and sat. It was a nice way to start. I just sat and looked at the castle and ate my breakfast sandwich from Starbucks. Then our daughter, who is like not going on any rides right now, has just decided that everything is scary. Peter Pan is terrifying. She will not go on it. She hasn't been on that. Of course you couldn't. Shocker. She hasn't been on Peter Pan since she was probably like 2. She's 5, but in her mind, it's scary. But she loves web slingers. If you have not been on web slingers, she's 5. If you have not been on web slingers, there's parts where these huge spider bots.
I mean, that ride is so loud.
It is so loud.
Obnoxious.
And you are, well, what she likes is
stuff
pretending.
is flying at your face constantly.
You're swinging your webs. She loves that ride.
She loves.
I had to bribe her to go on Little Mermaid with me because you go backwards for a little bit, and she didn't want to go backwards.
But afterwards, she looked at me and was like,
"Yeah." I was like, "Girl, you want to go on web slingers, but you won't go on Little Mermaid with me." So anyway, so she's in this thing. So she didn't want to go on Mickey and Minnie's because of the tornado. And in her defense, we did have a tornado warning about a month ago. Yes, in Central California, we had to shelter in place. So she's a little traumatized from that. She loves to test me. Yes.
Speaking of warnings, so during this whole time.
Oh yeah, Gina, are you okay?
So apparently in Anaheim, or I take this back, Garden Grove, which is a neighboring city next to Anaheim, is about 5 miles southwest of Anaheim. There was a chemical leak. This aerospace company had this chemical that was leaking in these big vats, and evacuated like the entire Garden Grove area of like 50,000 people because they were going to say this chemical leak was going to explode. And it was like highly unstable, highly flammable. And so this
threat has decreased. Gina says threat has decreased.
I saw that today. So they're saying it's not going to explode now. But
that's always good.
So this started happening on Thursday. I saw some headlines, and so I didn't think anything of it. And so Saturday, I'm getting like news alerts saying like, the threat's going up and up and up. And, Disneyland's still staying open. They're outside the evacuation zone. It should be okay. So I'm seeing all this. I'm not telling Audreyann because I don't want to freak her out.
I would have been like, all right.
And so, but yeah, there was there was this threat of this chemical explosion happening near Disneyland during this time. So cool. That was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, I don't have any notifications on my phone turned on for anything except text messages pretty much. So I stay, whatever. I stay in my own little bubble not to worry about things. So I had no idea any of this was going on. Yeah. But are we going to do a play-by-play or should we just talk about like some I think we should just talk about. So I'm somewhat play-by-play. Okay, we'll go through pictures. Okay, so we did do Hyperspace Mountain, which if you haven't,
of course,
if we die at Disney, right?
No better way to go out
together. At least we're all together.
It's like being pixie dusted, but fatally.
Thanks, we leave for Disney. Yes, leave them. That's what we started doing. Tim and I started doing this in 2020. I stopped watching the news and I would just be like, you just let me know if I can leave the house and, what I need to do. Just keep me up to date on what I need to do for me and the children. And I'm good. Then I'm good.
You don't need to know all the dirty details.
I don't need to know. Like, whatever. Okay. So one thing about this trip, and this has been coming, like, so we have age gaps. Like our kids, we have almost 16, 13, 10, and 5. So boys are wanting to do big rides. Our daughter is not, even though she can ride some of the bigger rides, like she's still randomly scared of some rides and then likes other ones. She's a walking contradiction.
We've been taking her on Web Slinger since she was a baby.
Yeah, I've been taking her on Little Mermaid since she was a baby too. I will say Little Mermaid was her very first ride.
And she was like screaming her head off.
Picture of her. She's like 5 months old, like screaming her face. But actually Web Slingers may have been her first ride. I think Web Slingers was her first ride ever.
I think it was.
But she's also, you guys, all of our children, I have said it a billion times and I will say it until I die. We have very stubborn, strong-willed children. Mm-hmm. They will not give in. They will not be bribed. They will not, they stand their ground. It didn't matter how many lollipops I offered that girl. She was not going on Mickey and Minnie's. She was like, no.
Yeah, so we didn't ride one ride together.
On Saturday.
We split up the entire day.
We did not do any rides as a family. You and I didn't ride anything together. I was with her most of the day and you were with the boys. Mm-hmm. I did do Hyperspace with one of our boys. After that, that was the only big ride I went on the entire trip was Hyperspace Mountain. I didn't really ride that many rides, I don't think. I don't know. It's all a blur. So one thing about kids, you guys, is when you have kids going through these difficult phases, especially like baby through toddler. I'm not even going to say baby. I would take my 4-month-old baby 18 times over. How do I want to say this? Instead of taking a toddler. Mm-hmm. Give me a newborn, give me an infant, little baby to take to Disney any day. Don't give me a 3 to 5-year-old. I'm done. No. Will I do it again? Probably. But I mean, not have a kid, but take her but she might be 6 before the next time she goes. Like, there is no bigger emotional roller coaster that you go through of love and anger with your child than a Disney trip.
Oh.
You go from thinking they are the cutest thing and you were like, this is the most amazing thing. Like, look at her meeting Minnie Mouse and she's so happy and she's dancing at Bluey and your heart is going to burst. And then the next minute you are like, I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm walking away and I don't care what happened. Like, I'm not, like, it's crazy.
I know.
And maybe people are judging me.
No, everyone's agreeing with you right now.
And if you're listening and you're judging me and thinking I'm a horrible mother, that's fine. I have a lot of them, and so maybe I am. I don't know. There's lots of them, and they all have made me feel this way. At home but at Disney, you're just like, you are entire. Like we would get to a line, we get to the carousel. It's a 10-minute wait, and she goes like, like acting so entitled, and I was like, little girl, were you expecting no one to be here but you? Like I was, and then we go to the Bluey show.
Yeah, so let's talk about Bluey.
Bluey. I love Bluey. We are a big Bluey family. Mm-hmm. I think anyone who listens to our podcast or comes into our lives knows this. We were very excited for this show. The only thing I was disappointed at was they needed to turn up the mics for the actors. It was very hard to hear them or understand what they were saying.
I thought it was interesting that all the actors had Australian accents.
Oh, I'm sure they were fake.
Well,
one of them was obviously fake.
No,
one of them I was like, I can't really tell. The other one I was like, she's not really
not
Australian.
That they have Australian. I was surprised that they have them have Australian accents.
Oh. That makes sense.
Because they...
Not all of them did. Did the guitar player?
They all did. Yeah, they all did.
Really?
Yeah, positive.
Guitar!
Which is interesting because Disney World today, showed a preview of what's going to be, the Bluey attraction, the Bluey show for Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm. And the actors didn't have Australian accents there.
I don't think they all did.
They all did.
Really?
I'm 100% positive. Because
Okay.
I noticed that. I noticed that right off the bat. Anyone who was speaking had an Australian accent.
But I thought the show was super cute. I just wish we could have it was hard to understand and hear them sometimes. So, the music was a little bit louder than their mics. Mm-hmm. So when they were talking, it was like, wait, what are they saying? But I sat down on the floor with our 2 youngest kids, and man, that girl.
Oh man, she was dancing the entire time.
She was jumping up and down, and she had she was sick a couple of weeks ago and has a lingering cough to where she still, if she's super active, she needs to take a break because she'll just get coughing fits. That girl kept she's jumping up and down they played the song when they were playing all different songs, but then when they played the actually Bluey theme song, they played the long version of it, which if you don't know, there is a longer version of it where they keep going after they say Bluey and they play the guitar and the saxophone and all this stuff. She was jumping up and down, nonstop jumping the whole time. And then she started hacking up her lungs. I was like, girl, there's a dad sitting right in front of her who's probably not enjoying that. I was like, I promise she's not sick anymore. She just, and then afterwards, cause you can't meet Bluey and Bingo, but afterwards there's the stage and then this little walkway down in front of the stage where Bluey and Bingo and the actors would walk, and they just played music and had Bluey and Bingo come down and dance there, just Bluey and Bingo for another 5 minutes or so. And if you've never seen Bluey, then you need to go watch it. Just do it. I don't care if you're an adult and if you don't have any kids to watch it. I know several adults that like it and don't either have kids or have adult children. It's amazing. It's amazing. But so that was really cute, and she loved it. And I mean, I think our older kids even enjoyed it too. They don't they're not going to love it as much as our daughter, but And apparently they have alternating versions, but we only got to see it once. So I wanted to try to take her again, but we didn't get a chance to. But
everything that I've read is that the second show is more boring than the first show. Like
really?
Yeah, it's
instead of Unicourse, because it had Unicourse, if you know, if you're listening. The other one has Chattermax, which Chattermax doesn't talk.
But I guess it has slower songs. And so it's a little bit more, when it first debuted, a lot of the families were getting up and leaving because the kids were losing attention.
Really?
Yeah. I noticed that there was like a short intermission. There was like 10 minutes left. And
a lot of people left.
A lot of people got up and left.
But here's what I thought about that. Because they said Bluey and Bingo are going to stay, or there's one more time for one more song or something like that. And a lot of people left. And I'm wondering, because the way they said it after that, because you couldn't really understand or hear them, it kind of sounded like they said it was over.
Yeah.
So I think people thought it was over because, again, you couldn't really hear what they were saying very well. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are recording a podcast. The Star Wars Bluey show. What?
He's pulling your leg.
Sorry, I need water. But anyways, super cute. We loved it. Bought stuff. They didn't have a lot of the merchandise that I wanted, that I had been seeing on social media from when it first opened. There was a lot that they didn't have. So I was bummed about that. But still, I got a shirt. They had some blind boxes. We got some of those. But yeah, so what did you, so if you don't know, if you aren't as familiar with Disneyland, they changed Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, not in World, to where they got rid of some of the newer characters like Kylo Ren and Rey. They just moved them somewhere else. And they brought Luke, Han, and Leia, and Darth Vader.
And the original Stormtroopers. And they are now playing Star Wars music and in Galaxy's Edge. Not just the sound effects of being in Batuu. They're actually playing Star Wars music. Hey, I'm proud of you. You said Batuu.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Yes, I did.
Now, what's the actual town called?
What?
The actual city in Batuu that you go to.
What's Batuu?
Batuu is a planet.
Oh my gosh.
Black Spire Outpost.
It was on May 4th. The guys were playing the Star Wars song for the intro.
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yes, Rey is over by Rise. I'm not a fan of Rey. You guys,
we all know you're not a fan of Rey Skywalker.
I don't. She is not a Skywalker. She is not a Skywalker. Not a Skywalker. Anyways, what did you think of the music?
I thought it was good. I was glad that it was more subtle than because I was expecting it's going to be like when you go into Avengers Campus. In Avengers Campus, all the Avengers music is loud, over the top, blaring every corner that you go to. Whereas Galaxy's Edge, it was more like a background music soundtrack. Because you still had all the sound effects of the animals they're in the bushes and then the ships going overhead and all the other things. And I did miss, because when you go through the tunnel, when you're going into Galaxy's Edge, every time that you went through, you had that sound transition. You had it was kind of like that little, I don't know how to explain it, twinkling sound. Well, there's a twinkling sound.
That was just in your head.
No, it wasn't. No, that sound. There's a sound like that, and it has the Galaxy's Edge theme.
That's just what I hear when I walk into Fantasyland.
It's like it's telling you that you're transporting into another world, another galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop making fun of me.
No, I'm not.
Okay. And they took that away. And so the Galaxy's Edge theme was actually composed by John Williams.
Right.
And now there's nowhere that you hear that. And
Or maybe you just didn't hear it.
no, it's not, because it was I took video because I was curious what they were going to do as we were walking through there. That's why I told you I was taking video.
Okay.
And it's just some random Star Wars song, whatever's playing in the loop was playing, but there's no like sound effect that you were like, because that was like the whole thing. Like when they started Galaxy's Edge was to have this feeling that you're being transported to another galaxy. They were very intentional about how do you transition from Frontierland or other parts of the park that are grounded in this world to another world like that. And so you kind of miss that.
Rich Rods gets you. He gets you.
He gets me?
He gets it.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets it.
And so you miss that. And so I thought that was I didn't like that. I kind of liked without the music better, I think.
Really?
I like the original because you felt like you were there. Like you're there living it in this world. With the music, it just feels like you're watching a movie. Because if you think about it, the characters in the movie aren't hearing the music.
Right.
The audience, the spectator is. You're watching the movie, you're hearing the music. But if you're living the experience, you're obviously not hearing the music. You hear the sound effects, the things that are in the world, but not the music. And so I think I prefer the version without the music because also the music that they were playing wasn't all like familiar songs from the movies. There was a few.
I thought it was.
But there were some that were more obscure than others. And I was like, I don't know, this doesn't really fit that well.
Oh,
But
I like the music.
I liked it too. It wasn't bad, but I think I prefer the way it was before.
I liked having the Star Wars theme music, and I heard one of our kids say that he did too. He said it felt more Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm being a little nerdy, but that's
okay.
So, but I will say
none of us are that cool here. So, I mean, if you're listening to this, you're listening to a Disney podcast. Let's go.
The cast member that they had to play Luke
Just kidding. We love you all. We think everyone's cool. Luke was awful.
The cast member that they had to play Luke was bad.
And here's my thing. Well, a couple things.
Looked like
One,
he was
like
12.
19. Yeah, like a kid, which I'm sure Luke is supposed to be. Well, he probably is supposed to. But like
A New Hope, he's 18.
Okay, so this kid probably was about that right age. But come on, Mark Hamill didn't look like he was 18.
This is the Return of the Jedi era. So
Right. So Mark Hamill had been in a car accident and had some plastic surgery done. So he looked older when he filmed it. Here's the thing though. It's a wig. Make it look better. The wig is awful.
Yeah.
His hair is never that dark.
Yeah.
I get that Luke's hair is a little darker by Return of the Jedi than in A New Hope. Mm-hmm. It is never this dark. No. And it's never like this slicked back, almost mullet. Like, why did they make his hair look bad? Luke Brady. Yes. It was awful.
And they've been switching cast members to play Luke. I've seen probably about 4 or 5 different cast members play Luke, and they all don't look the part.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. Han's pretty good. I mean, no one's Harrison Ford.
Han, I've seen 2 cast members play. This is stuff that I've seen online. And the cast member that plays Leia, it's been the same woman, girl, who's played Leia since Skywalker.
Yeah.
The cast member who plays Leia, it's the same cast member that
Chewie looked pretty good. They did a pretty good job
in the press materials when they came out. But they've been switching around the other ones.
Yeah, I didn't think Leia was. I didn't like her. I don't. And honestly, am I gonna? It's not like I've ever been a huge Leia fan. Like I'm a Han Solo fan through and through. Leia, I feel like she's kind of annoying sometimes. I'm like who? Why you have such attitude, girl? Like, give Han Solo a break. Just kiss him already. Like, you know you want to. But the way she was, I came face to face with her. I was walking and she was standing right in front of me, and I didn't realize. I thought it was just a person dressed up like Leia because there were so many people dressed up. Like, I was kind of surprised. Like, we were like, how are these people getting in? Because you're not supposed to be able to dress up that much.
Adults can't have masks,
which
on.
We saw several Mandalorian masks. But
they sell it. They sell it in the park. That's the problem,
right? And you're not. But anyways, yeah, the Leia was. Sometimes, what did I say? I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't like the attitude she was giving off, even though Leia has attitude in the movie. Something about her I just wasn't crazy about. The Han was okay. I don't know. I've never been super crazy about anyone playing a Harrison Ford character because it's just not going to be Harrison Ford.
It's true. They should have Harrison Ford come and play, like Johnny Depp came and played
Yes.
Jack Sparrow, which apparently there's been all these times like, oh, Johnny Depp has come and played Jack Sparrow a couple of times at Disneyland. He's only come once, and the only time that he played Jack Sparrow was when he was on the ride. So he was in the ride. Never walked around. He's never walked around, but he was on the ride in Pirates. That's the only time. But people say, "Oh, I've seen him." It's like, no, that's just the cast member. They have an
actor. They have a cast member. They have one that's like good, but not like you can tell, but he's still really good. There is one where he is so convincing, like it's really hard to tell that it's not him. Oh, the only reason I feel like you can tell is because Johnny Depp has aged.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, well, that can't be Johnny Depp because Johnny Depp is not the same age as he was in 2003.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have really good actors playing Jack Sparrow.
But anyways, going back to Galaxy's Edge, and then we saw.
Oh, I still haven't watched the full video of one of our boys got called up to like interact with Darth Vader.
Oh yeah.
And we have a video of him when he was 3.
I think so. Yeah.
I think he's 3, almost 4. Like showing off his Jedi lightsaber or his Force moves,
his
lightsaber moves, and his Force push moves
to Kylo Ren,
and like in the middle of a crowd of people. Like, it's the best video ever. While our older boy is like crying hysterically because he was terrified of Kylo Ren, but our youngest boy is like has his lightsaber and is like it's amazing. So he got picked again by Darth Vader, but I wasn't there because my daughter wanted to go do something else. Where was I?
I think you went to go ride the carousel again.
So I missed it.
The actor that they have playing Darth Vader is really good.
Was it James Earl Jones?
Yeah.
No, he's gone.
I was kidding because he has a mask on, so you can't really tell. And recording voice. But no, it was like really intimidating. It was.
Yeah, you said he scared you. Where was I?
Scary.
Where did I go? I don't know. I don't have any pictures, probably because I was angry.
Oh no.
No, then I did get to do Indiana Jones with the boys.
But so yeah,
seriously,
that was
there's like no pictures in this time. What did I do?
We did Smugglers Run. So the new Smugglers Run overlay. So that has to. Gosh, I can't talk. Smugglers Run has a new overlay that coincides with the new Mandalorian Grogu movie. And what's neat about this is that they built in variables into the game, because that's pretty much what it is.
Casey Jr.
Oh, okay.
That's what I took her
That's
to do.
what you went to go do. They built in variables to the ride. So kind of like Star Tours, where every time you go, it's supposed to be different, but it seems like every time I go on Star Tours, it's the same thing over and over and over again. For this, they have 3 different options. So there's 3 different planets that you could go to. I think it's Endor, Coruscant, and then I forget what the third one is. But so that was cool. The voice actor they had to do Mandalorian does not sound like Pedro Pascal, like at all. But Grogu was really cute because he keeps popping up on your screens, like pushing buttons in there and stuff. But yeah, that was neat. I was an engineer, and
Nice.
2 of our boys were gunners. One of them was a pilot.
Who got say the age? Which one? One, 2, or 3? Who got to be the pilot?
2. 2 got to be pilot. They both wanted to be pilot.
I know. I was like,
But-
who won that?
Because I had to pick. And then we had 2 other people that came with us. And so the other guy was a gunner. I mean, an engineer. Kid was an engineer, and then another guy was a pilot.
I was gonna say, if only one of our kids got to be a pilot, who got to
I
do
wish
it?
Georgia would.
Don't say her name.
Oh, sorry. I wish our daughter would want to go on
I
this,
know.
because then we would fill up the entire thing.
Because then we would all get to go on it. But that one would, and this is what I told the boys. They were like, oh, she's scared. I was like, one, you guys were scared too at this age. And to her, things are still real. So like, she didn't like even being in Galaxy's Edge because she kept thinking there were monsters. Like, you can hear noises and sound effects of like, and she would be like, what's that? Like, we were in the bathroom and you could hear what sounded like monsters. And she was like, what is that? Like, it was scaring her. Like, so
Yeah.
when she was like, I don't like all the sounds because there's monsters here. Because she's just not in, because the boys liked Star Wars at her age. She's not into Star Wars. And so to her, it's just a bunch of scary monsters. And then I was like, okay, let's go. Like, we can go do Casey's Jr. circus train and the carousel. Because that's what I told you. I was like, we have to follow our own advice. We always tell people, make the youngest one happy.
Yeah.
Because if they're not, no one else is going to be happy. Like, so I was like, okay, you can go do this. But then when she would complain because the wait was 5 minutes, then I was done. I was like, we get there and there's a line. Casey,
Yeah.
Because I was like, because there's other people. I don't know if you know this, but other people go
Oh, really?
to Disneyland. So
Oh,
you have
okay. I
to
didn't
wait.
know that.
And she was like, no, I'm not going. So I left her and I walked away and I got in line. She eventually followed me. I was like, you don't often hear of kids getting kidnapped at Disneyland. So I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't walk that far, but I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go ride it.
You like Casey Jones by yourself in the little cage.
But
I will say Galaxy's Edge, they have some really cool merch right now.
yeah,
I really like.
you wanted things this time. You're usually like,
I think I've spent the most. Well, I take that back when you bought my lightsaber. But this is the most I've spent
on yourself.
on myself at Disneyland in a very long time.
Yeah,
I got a Spirit jersey and a shirt.
I know. It's your first Spirit jersey, babe.
I know. This is
Your shirt.
my shirt. This is my new shirt.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars, but in Arabic. It's the Star Wars language,
I
the written
know.
language.
I'm making fun of you as I wear a Bluey shirt, but it's in English.
Do you know what the English language is called in Star Wars?
No.
Galactic Basic.
Okay.
So when you hear English, that's what that is. It's called Galactic Basic, just so you know.
Oh, good. I'm glad I know. So, and then this is where we hit like seems we have reached an impasse. That's from SpongeBob. Where like there was a bunch of big rides shut down. And so everything was a really long wait. And so there wasn't really much to do. We were going to go on Jungle Cruise because our daughter would go on that. And that was a ride we could ride as a family. Because I was like, we haven't been on any rides all together. It shut down. It was down for a while. So Rise was down. So we decided to just go back and wait so that you guys could possibly get on Rise if it opened up. Because there was just nothing else to do. We're like, well, might as well just go sit there and wait. And while we were waiting, I decided to take the girl and go do something. She wanted to do something. I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
Because I took her back. And I was like, oh, she wanted to do Dumbo.
Oh, yeah, you did Dumbo.
Earlier,
That's
we
right.
didn't do Dumbo because it was an hour. And I was like, girl, I'm not waiting an hour for Dumbo. It went down to like 30 minutes. And I was like, well, we're either going to sit here and she's starting to get antsy, or I'm going to go take her to do Dumbo. So I told her. And then it's like, it's one of those moments where she's like starting to, I'm irritated because we can't do something all together as a family. And then I was like, all right, I'll take you to do Dumbo. And she just lights up with her cute little smile and is like, thank you, mommy. Thank you. I'm like, oh, shush.
But guess who got out of the ride first? Rise or Dumbo?
Yeah. Who got on? So when I left you guys, it had not opened yet.
No.
Rise was still down. So I leave you and I'm walking towards Dumbo, and I got the text not long after we got out of Galaxy's Edge, which Galaxy's Edge is like, if you are not familiar with Disneyland, it's pretty close to Fantasyland. It's like up against the back of Fantasyland, kind of. And you text me that Rise was open, and I was like, oh, good. Like they'll get to ride it because the boys really wanted to ride it. Which, you know what I remembered? In February, I took her on Dumbo alone while you guys went on Rise because it was a low wait. Yeah, it's like that's our tradition now.
Thing now.
So we get to Dumbo, and the posted time is like 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, it's less than... Oh, wait, no, that was a different ride I took her on.
You said it was 25 minutes.
Yeah. And the app said 30. It says, so I was like, okay. But as I'm getting in line, I'm like, this looks longer than that. You guys got on Rise way faster than we got on Dumbo. We waited like 45 to 50 minutes.
We waited 10 minutes on Rise. So
yeah,
I think that's the fastest we've ever gone through it without having to buy Lightning Lane.
Yeah. And we waited a very long time for Dumbo, in which for a lot of that line, I held her because she wanted me to hold her. But I will say she was being really cute and like saying funny things and playing with my hair and saying, why did you put slime in your hair? Like she was just like trying to trick me into thinking there was slime in my hair. And she was being really,
slime in your hair.
She was being really cute. So it really wasn't bad. It was just like, it was a long wait, but she was in a good mood. She wasn't complaining about the wait. She was playing and happy. And so that's fine.
When we were waiting for Rise and when the cast member said, okay, we are about to open up Rise. And he was going to tell everybody, come please line up on this side. Everybody, because there was a
lot of people waiting.
There was a crowd of people just waiting for Rise to open up. And so everyone just rushed over. Before he finished his sentence, everybody was rushing. And it was funny. We were sitting, and our second oldest, he noticed, and I noticed it too. We heard that the ride sounds turned on. So you could hear the end of the ride. And so we're like, oh, they must be testing it out. And he's like, maybe we should go over there and get closer to the entrance. It's like, no, let's just wait a little bit.
Don't you know that the second oldest is right all the time?
And then like 2 minutes, the cast member says, okay, we're about to open it. And everybody rushed over. I was like, I should have listened to you.
You should have. He's right a lot. It's annoying. but he is. Yeah. So then it was like, and we already knew when we were waiting for a rise, I think, is we put a mobile order in for a restaurant closer to that side. So I knew that I was going to be walking almost to the other side of the park and then all the way back. I was really tired.
We did a lot of walking back and forth that
walked
day.
a lot because I was basically just walking all around, taking her to whatever ride she wanted to ride.
Yeah.
And then meeting back up with you guys only to be with you for a few minutes and then take her back to another ride. I did that a lot, which is fine. I shouldn't complain. I wanted to take a daughter to Disneyland for so many years. It would have been totally fine if she wouldn't have been being a little punk for like most of it.
Yeah.
Half of it. Because then she was really happy. She was so happy on Dumbo. Like she was like laughing and she loves Dumbo.
All right, we're almost at an hour. We should probably wrap this up. We're only on our first day.
Good night. Why are we talking so much?
So we watched Paint the Night. Great as always.
So great.
Got a good spot in front of Small World, right where it starts, because that's nice because it starts right there, and then it's over. You can go off to your next thing. And then we went over to Galaxy's Edge for the fireworks.
Lame.
And it was kind of lame, guys. I'm sorry. It was lame.
I forgot to check my steps on that day. But also I push a stroller. And so I never feel like my steps are accurate because my arm isn't moving. So sometimes I'm like, there's no way because I'm pushing a stroller. So my arm isn't moving. We watched it from Galaxy's Edge when we were there in October when it was the Halloween fireworks. Mm-hmm. That in Galaxy's Edge was a great show. They projected Darth Vader up on there and like Anakin, and it was really cool. Mm-hmm. This time was a little lame. There weren't that many projections. It was a little boring. There was a lot of dead space. And I was like, man, we should have watched Wondrous Journeys.
I know. I regretted that decision.
The boys had never watched it from there, so.
No, they've seen it from over there before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was a time that I took the girl back to the hotel.
Yes, it was when she had pink eye.
Oh, that was the worst. We didn't take her there with it. We realized she had it when we got there.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
So after that, we had a lightning lane for Big Thunder at
which
10.
We waited to get it at night because it's way better at night. And then I was too.
You were too done.
I was too done. I was so tired. And then our youngest boy was so tired and just wanted to go back. And I knew we had to get back to the shuttle, then get back in the car, then drive back to the hotel. And so I decided to not switch and I decided to sit out on Big Thunder too, because that would just take double the amount of time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's fine. I'll just wait for you guys. And so I didn't get to go on it.
So the next day was California. I know we said we weren't going to do play-by-play, but we always end up doing a play-by-play.
I know.
So we did California Adventure the next day.
Wow, you didn't take any pictures.
I didn't take very many pictures at all.
Okay, but one thing about,
that day was all messed up because Racers and Credicoaster, it's just those two, right?
There was a couple down. It was the same thing as the first day where it was like there was a few big rides down all at the same time.
Well, the thing with Incredicoaster, it didn't open when the park opened. It wasn't ready yet. And so that was delayed. And then it opened and then it shut down right again. Like I noticed, me and the second oldest noticed that. And so it opened for a little bit and then it shut down right away. And so it was shut down after, if that was around 9 a.m, it didn't open up until later in the afternoon.
Yeah. And so we had Lightning Lane, but we never got on Guardians. Guardians sold out.
Yeah, it sold out before noon.
Which it rarely, I've never seen it sell out. I've never been there where any rides sell out. I mean, Indiana Jones maybe once, but I've never been where rides sold out. So that kind of stunk because it's one of our favorites. But
we still got to go on.
Okay, so we started this. It was funny because California Adventure, we actually rode on more rides together as a family than in Disneyland, because our daughter Toy Story Mania. So, so our last trip, you tried for so long to break 200, your score on Toy Story Mania. You broke that a year or so ago.
Yeah.
Our last trip in February, our oldest son beat you.
Yep.
Not even trying. So then this time you guys were sitting together, because last time you weren't. You saw that he, like, someone in the car got the higher score, and you were like, "Who was that?" And our son was like, "Oh, that was me." So this time you guys sat next to each other, and he beat you again.
He beat me again. Again, I will say my elbow was hurting pretty bad. The week before, I built a retaining wall in our backyard.
Yeah, he did too, though.
And I hurt my elbow. I hurt both my elbows. So tennis elbow. It hurt really bad. And that motion over and over and over again.
No, yeah, I get it.
Aggravates the injury.
But then we went on web slingers, and I always kick butt on web slingers.
Oh, man, you do kick butt. I don't know how you.
I got almost 300,000 on web slingers. Super proud.
I didn't even break 200 on that one.
I got almost 300. Well, it was like 270.
I can't get the mechanics down with that one because it's just, I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I can't get that one going.
But one thing I want to say is we did the Animation Academy, and I've heard this hack before, and I finally did it, and I wish I would have done it years ago, but getting a journal and doing your Animation Academy drawings in there, because then you can keep them all together. So I did get one. It's small because I want to be able to carry it in my backpack, so you don't have as big of a paper. But we did Grogu. Did you see my Grogu?
Oh, that's a really cute Grogu.
I was proud of it.
Yeah,
I'll show my TT friends. Where is it? There's my Grogu. But so now I can keep them all together. And so that's a hack I saw on, I think, IG. So just an idea if you like doing the Animation Academy. So we weren't staying all day. We were driving home this day. We ended up going back into Disneyland and doing.
What did we do?
I think we just.
We did
the boys.
Small World.
The boys, the big boys went on Star Tours.
That's right.
And then we watched the little cavalcade parade. And then everything was like a high wait. And we were like, hey, Small World's 5 minutes. We can all go together.
Use a lightning lane for that puppy.
Let's go do that. And then we'll head out. But we did. We went on Ariel. You guys did Incredicoaster. Mm-hmm. We spent some time in the animation building. But yeah, we were all pretty tired. Like, even our youngest boy was like, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm ready to go home. We were like, what?
Yeah, we did a lot of walking.
We did a lot of walking, and then the waits were long. Mm-hmm. It seems like every other trip. It's like our last trip in February, man, you were nailing it with the lightning lanes. We were churning them, and we were like
off my groove this time.
Well, but it just happens. It's just like it's also like what you pick could get messed up. That ride could shut down, and then you have to pick something else. And so it's not all your fault, babe. Okay. It's not all your fault.
Thank you.
But I mean, it was fun. We had fun. It was just different. And it's like, it's different when we have this age gap. It's like in a few years when she's not back, but wanting to ride bigger rides, they could be 10 and when she's 10 and our oldest is 21. Let's not discuss this, but he will still be coming with us. So that's just, I don't care where he is in the world. And we can all go on the big rides together, but there's this weird period of time with this, cause they're 11, our oldest and our youngest are 11 years apart. And, where it's like, they don't want to do the same things. And so it's like, I don't know. It was making me sad. So I was a little sad the first day just cause I was like, we haven't done anything together. And I just really missed when, I don't want to say when we just had the two oldest boys, cause that sounds bad, but it's like when they're the closest in age, the first two. And they were both really little and doing the same things together, And even when they were both really little and like toddlers, and so we couldn't do big rides really, we still were doing all the little stuff all together. And so it's just a different dynamic right now, and it's just kind of different, but yeah. He'll be staying at the Viv. No, he will not be with the 20-somethings at the hotel bar. He'll be in all the gift shop. We were at Rise, and there's just like those little kiosks, like with like the Star Wars merchandise. There's only like 2 of them, and he stood there for like 30 minutes. I'm like, how could you look at that small? Like that boy will shop. He will window shop for hours.
We're sitting anywhere. So hey, can I go and start?
Can I go in the shop? Can I go in the shop?
Can I go to the gift shop?
Can I go in the gift shop? He always wants to go in. He's my son.
Yeah.
He loves the gift shop.
He loves the window shop.
He loves just looking at stuff.
Yeah.
But
he really wanted a helmet. He kept doing all the math. Like, okay, I have this much and discount and but it would take up like all of his money. I was like,
no,
not a good idea.
That was his first big thing he saved up for when he was like 9, 8 or 9.
It's a child's helmet. He can't fit it on it anymore.
He can't wear the one he has. He has one. He saved up for it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think he was 8 or 9. And
he wore that thing all
he
around.
He would wear it all the time. Yeah, the day he bought it, he wore it the whole time at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's almost 16 and he wants to buy another helmet. But yeah. So anyways.
That was our trip.
It was up and down like any trip.
Yeah.
Bluey show was great.
We've had worse trips.
Oh yeah.
We have had much worse trips.
Yeah.
But this one was mainly meant we were going to do the new things. Yeah. Bluey, Star Wars. That was the main draw. Which I'm glad we were able to go this time, because if we were going to go last weekend, we wouldn't have been able to ride the new Smugglers Run version. So we got to be able to do that. I did want to do it another time because I wanted to try to do the Grogu mode. Because on the old version of Smugglers Run, if you didn't know, there was what's called Chewie mode, which if the gunners and the engineers press certain buttons in a certain way, you unlock Chewie mode, which instead of getting the narration from Hondo telling you what to do, you have Chewie yelling at you the whole time. And so just like that. And so with this new Mando and Grogu version, you have Grogu mode, which you have Baby Yoda, Grogu, making all his baby sounds the entire time.
That'd be cute.
So, but
I feel like I was really negative, and I didn't mean to be negative. I had a really good time, and I had a good time with her.
Okay.
I did.
No, we did.
And then I took her on Maters, and she loves Maters, and she's cracking up, and her arms are in the air, and
it's just a tough time.
It's just a tough age where she's just insistent on her.
To be a bug.
It is tough to be like she's just insistent on her way, and it's difficult. But like the Bluey show and Maters and Dumbo, like she was so stinking happy. The first time I took her, we rode Small World several times, but like first time we went on Small World, like she was just like so happy. She was waving to all the characters, even though they're just animatronics. And like, then I forgot to tell you this when we were, I was picking up her dinner at Flo's, and she was pretending to be Jasmine, but she was pretending to be Jasmine like at Disneyland. Oh, yeah. So she's like, okay, mommy, yell Jasmine. And I was like, Jasmine. She was like, and would like wave to me. And then she'd be like, okay, ask me to take a picture. Like she was pretending to be a character. And then she would like, and then when she posed for the picture with me, she was like, I did like a closed mouth smile. I was like, and then she like kept walking like she was pretending to be a character.
Maybe she'll be, maybe she'll work at Disneyland when she gets older. It's a character.
I know. And she was like waving as she walked by me, and she was like, mommy, say you want to take a picture.
That's cute.
She's so cute. She's just also doesn't bend to my will all the time.
She is stubborn.
She has wrestling big feelings. She has very big feelings, but she's also has a really big heart. And so I did have a lot of fun with her. I just wish we could all have fun together.
Yeah. Well, at least we can always ride web slingers together. Actually, we can't because we can't fit in one row. We can fit in one car.
Yeah, but at least we can. Racers and Smugglers Run and Space Mountain when she gets bigger. Those 3 will be fun. Or she can technically ride. Well, no, she can't ride. Which one? What did I say? Oh, no, she could ride all those. She could ride all those. Yeah. But she won't. But when she will, that will be fun because we'll fill up a car on Racers. So that'd be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening. Those of us who are watching live on TikTok, thanks for tuning in.
You hung in there.
I know. And if you didn't know, you can follow us on IG. You can follow us on TikTok. We go live on TikTok as we record this podcast. And shout out to our friends on IG because today, after how many years have we been doing this? 4 years? 4.5 years or so.
Something like that.
We have finally broke 1,000 on
1,000
IG.
Followers on IG. It only took us 4.5 years.
Well, here on TikTok, we're
almost to 12,000.
So it's just crazy that it's taken that long. I mean, we haven't been.
No, well, but we
for a
stopped.
time we were really active.
But we were really active and we were close to it. I did my first solo trip and I was doing IG stories and saying that we were going to do a giveaway a year and a half ago. Yeah. Because we were almost to 1,000. And I was saying, okay, I'm here. I'm going to pick something out for our giveaway if we hit 1,000. And then
it just stopped.
It was just like, yeah. So we're not doing a giveaway. Sorry it took you guys too long. You missed it.
You missed the boat. But thanks for following us there. Those who follow us there, they are active with us. They do reach out. They do ask questions, which is cool. So if you have any questions about your trip,
we'll come back to IG.
Let us know. Send us a message. We will answer them.
Yeah. Sometimes we even do a whole podcast if you ask us like a good question, like a planning question or something.
So yeah. Well, thank you for listening. And those of us, not us, you guys, if you're watching us on TikTok, you're a new watcher, you can listen to this podcast wherever you stream podcasts. Just search Dreaming of Disney Podcast. We're everywhere you stream podcasts.
Everywhere. We're everywhere.
So thanks again. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.